ideally want to make some more bee larvae. Oh, and we've got exactly what we need on us, actually. Because of what we were salvaging from crates and stuff, we actually have exactly what we need. So that's nice. We can remind ourselves, so we've got 25 seed spreader rockets now. That's keeping us going. Could send up an insect rocket. You're not producing anything yet. I did only just make you. And I don't know why it came out wonky, but I kind of love the fact that it did. I can do just a single insect rocket. That's kind of useful just to boost. And if I get some more uncommon larvae, I can work towards another one. But we really need to boost that. There we go. Let's get you underway. It's going up now by 22,000 at least. We really need a couple more butterfly larvae to stick into the butterfly house, really. Which I guess we should put just the common larvae, just do the basic butterfly larvae for that. Kind of bugs me that we have amphibian farms already, but I don't have any eggs. Was I meant to find some, perhaps? I don't know. I think it's just because that's where it sits on the track. We happen to have found it by now. Unfortunately, this planet just doesn't cooperate. Okay, well, we've emptied everything else out of the inventory. We'll empty the bee out. Why not? Let's make another beehive. Simply because we can, and it does do something at least. So let's put a third one out here. Because that gives, what? 15 gram per second insects? Hey, it's better than nothing. Right, let's go back into the teleporter. Now that we have teleportation technology, it's so much easier to do scouting. Okay. Pressure multiplier fuse. Excellent. Okay. Second one of those is great. Getting multiples in general of those is fantastic. It's another common larvae. Rare. Perfect. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping to find some scouting around. Didn't find any at all last time. I don't know why. Uncommon. Oh, okay. We just have tons of them around here. It's really trying to make up for lost time, it seems. Alright. Rare. Good. So that's 2 rares. And another uncommon. 3 rares. Okay. Okay, this place is now just showing off. Don't stop. It's fine. Except we're now full. Okay. Oh, heyo. Osmium asteroid? We've now hit the right TI for those, have we? It's a blue storm. Usually that means osmium asteroid. But I don't see anything falling from the sky at all. So, I guess maybe not. Here's one of my safety bases over there. No, I guess this is just a storm. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, now all the larvae have disappeared because I was jetpacking again. There we go, common. Right, well, we're full anyway, so let's go back. We now have some rare larvae, so we can make more butterflies. Fantastic. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Biological stuff can come down here. So, what do we need for these? Or indeed these? A tier 2 mutagen for those. And then we can work towards a couple more bees as well. Let's go stick the pressure multiplier in. No, first, let's check the numbers, because I want to see how much it jumps. Pressure. 2.7 million. Bang. Double. That's now doing 36,000. You're an uncommon larvae. Can I pick you up, please? Yes, good. You bounced around by a drill. Another uncommon larvae. Rare, okay. It seems things were bugged last time. I really needed to just quit and reload, it turns out, I think. Because I was looking around a lot of places and not getting any luck on insect larvae, and I'm sure I came up here. And I just wasn't getting any. Unless it's just because I've hit a certain TI rating that now they're just everywhere instead of rare. I don't know. So we've now got some blue ones. Excellent. So then rare that. We've got a couple of extra rare ones as well now. So we can put... you know what? We've got one of each out here already. So let's swap you out for blue. Because you then produce 900 grams instead of 750. Which is also more than you will produce if I put you in here. So we can put some of you in here. You're producing 200 grams here. It's a bit of a waste putting them in here, to be honest. But it looks pretty, and I like to see them. So, you know. It's worth it to me. Here, got the red ones this time. That's alright. They can go upstairs. Or into another... What do we need for just another butterfly farm? Tier 2 fertilizer, zeolite, and bioplastic nuggets. Let's grab the ingredients for a couple of those. Another rare larvae, just outside. Okay, yeah. Game is definitely wanting me to succeed now. Game has decided, yep, you know what? Time to ramp out of this. I've had enough of you. Had enough of you sitting around on my planet. Time to let you get off. I don't even know if that's enough. Golden butterfly larvae. There we go. Perfect. It's a rare chance at those. We might need to make some more fertilizer too. And that definitely needs more sulfur. And that I'm running out of. But I could also just deconstruct some tier 2 flower spreaders, and that each one gives me back 2 fertilizer, because, you know, this is a better use for it. There we go, golden ones now. Nice. That is going to do great things for my numbers. Okay, got some more blue ones this time. Those can go upstairs because we already have some reds up there. So we've got red and blue in here. It's a great combination. I mean, they look red, but they're actually orange once they come out. They are definitely my favorites. Orange with blue through the wings. Look like circuit boards almost. Very much my favorites. Another one out here. Then at a certain point we'll get tier 2 butterfly larvae as well, or butterfly farms rather. Once we get tier 2, we can start to consolidate those a little bit, because... Another rare one. Because each tier 2 one takes 2 butterfly slots. Alright, we're going to have to actually stop producing the butterflies specifically. Let's start producing the bees instead. I mean, I was meaning to just explore this episode pretty much more than anything else, but we got a little bit distracted by the fact that we actually found some insect larvae again, so that's allowed us to ramp our insects, and that just makes sure that things will tick away much more quickly in the background while we're going off and exploring other places. A lot more butterflies in our world. So we made 3, which is what we needed in terms of 3 and 3 to make yet another. And then we'll end up with 4 insect rockets, which I think is pretty good. And I also saw that I just got tier 2 mutagen, which otherwise it takes forever to get along that insect track. It basically relies on you having found some in order to make those good butterflies before it actually gives you the recipe. Just kind of bizarre. Okay, so that's 3. So that's 1 rocket. We just grab an osmium rod and rocket engine. I do believe that's what I need to do another boost. Yes, good. And that boosts it by 1500 each time, so we're now up to 3000 boost. What are we at now? We can't see it on that screen. What are we at now in terms of insect numbers? It's now 142,000 per second. It was, what, 22 or something? So it definitely accelerated that quite nicely. And then let's collect honey. And then we've got a use for some of those common larvae now. Three of those makes tier 2 mutagen. Which we don't actually need 3 of right now, we only need 2. I busted up. I only needed to make 2. Now I don't have enough. It's got 1, we've got 4 more, but we've only got 3 mutagen. I think this is our last sulfur now. Yes, okay. To be fair, you could deconstruct the other one as well. Well, it means we can make another butterfly as well. Oh, we don't have any tier 1 fertilizer anymore. So not quite, and we don't have any sulfur to make one either. So we are out. We've got to then start deconstructing things to reclaim them if we want to. If we want to make more things, we could deconstruct one of the beehives again. So ecosystem requires tier 2 common larvae. Oh, okay, and tier 2 mutagen. Right. Well, let's just slap down one of those real quick. One of those, bacteria sample. Algae tier 2 fertilizer. Tier 2 fertilizer. Got some spare algae. Ecosystem can then just go down here somewhere. Where do we put the ecosystem? Near the nuclear power? Sure, why not? You know what, I think that's probably the best place for it. Say best. Oh no, it doesn't want to go there. Alright, well. Yeah, it can go off here a little bit. It could be a little bit of separation. Let's actually collect some of the common larvae that are around as well and put them back inside, since we are going to use them for things now. Alright, and then this will create larvae as well. And it gives us plants and insects, as well as generating larvae for us to be able to collect. So while I'm down here, may as well grab, what, another 2 osmium rods, 2 rocket engines. We had rocket engines overflowing somewhere as well, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. So those 2 instead of those 2, I guess. Not that it matters. So then we'll have another insect rocket ready when the bees are done. Also just making sure we're staying ahead on our tree bark collection. So that's enough for another 10 rockets that could be either plants or oxygen. Bees. The bees. Zoom. 4,500%. Ow. Seems I didn't press space quickly enough. Magnetic field is only at +4. That's the pressure one. We could have gone much higher on that. That gets us iridium, but I mean, we're not short of iridium. We've got tons of it. What we're really short of is superalloy, and we've only gotten 1 of the meteor showers. Oh, you know what you really need to do when there's one of those meteor showers around your base? If you have an autocrafter set up to make superalloy rods, and you've got some aluminium nearby, then it should collect it from out in the world, which should mean like loose on the ground from the meteor showers. So it should just start kicking off and just making superalloy rods every time that they crash down. That's pretty broken. Very niche, but would be pretty cool. Is there anything else we should be doing? Probably. Animals is the really small one. It's not doing much at all. But we don't yet have the tier 2 aquadome. We've only got the 1 aquarium, which is 4 per second, being boosted slightly. I forget what the tier 2 is like. You get that at 42 KT biomass? Okay, which we are now accelerating a bit because of the insects going up so much more. Maybe we do more plant rockets. Because we've got quite a few things that do produce plants. And we've only got 4 rockets in the air, and each one does 1250. There's tier 2 beehive. So that's an interesting upgrade. The annoying thing is that it produces the bee larvae, which then clogs up your honey production. But, I mean, it's pretty good in every other way. So, tier 2 fertilizer, 1, 2, 3 of those, and then 1, 2, 3 tree bark, and then we can upgrade all of the, our beehives to be tier 2 beehives. Because I don't care too much about the honey production at the moment. Why do I keep falling down there? Right, so let's take out the honey first, and now turn it into tier 2 beehive. Because it's such a huge upgrade in terms of plants and insects. So it goes from 25 energy, 350 plants, 15 insects. 95 energy, so it uses a lot more for some reason. But twice as much plants and, I don't know, 30, 40 times as much insects. Actually going to put you further away. Okay. So that's boosting our insects even more. And now we have some super alloy back as well. Okay, so plant rocket. What do we need for plant rocket? I think we needed fertilizer, actually. So we can only send up 3 of them, not 4 of them. And I like doing things in multiples, but it's certainly not required. Maybe you don't need fertilizer, I can't remember. We need tree bark, we need lerma seed, we need a rocket, obviously. And we need some super alloy. Which we've got a rod we can deconstruct if we need to. Yeah, we need to. Otherwise we're going to set up 1. So let's actually put that away. We'll destroy the rod. So we can do 3 of them, I think. Which will get us to what? This one. Here we go. Yeah, 1250. So it's currently at 5,000. 2 will be 7,500. And then it'll be 8,750. Yeah, so we need the fertilizer for that. Hopefully we'll find some more from our scouting. Well, that interlude has seen us through almost to natural life, which I guess is the 1 TI. TTI, rather. So oxygen's now at 104 million, heat 6, pressure 5.3, biomass 5.3, biomass being made up of 4.8 plants, 454,000 insects, and 32 grams per second animals. Animals is a token effort at best, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, we're almost at another fish egg thing there. I mean, these are 250% multiplier. Versus, what do we got currently? Probably only 200%? Yeah, 200%. Do they use similar things? Can I just easily swap them around? What do we got here? It's just phytoplankton C instead of B. But it is therefore guaranteed. Did we have some? I've only got A and B. Does this lake not give me C? A's. It's all just A's and B's. That's interesting. Maybe we deconstruct you then? Because that's very coincidental otherwise that you're not giving me any C whatsoever. I kind of want to wait until I get 1 TTI to see what I need to make the laser quartz, but at the same time I don't need to hang around for that. Because I'll be able to re-teleport whenever I need to. So we came down to this area here that... This is just like an ecosystem dome, I guess. That's my read on it. Is there any way even inside here? If there is, I can only assume it's from underneath. So I'd have to find some sort of secret entrance, perhaps? I don't see any frog eggs on those things, though. Maybe it's purely decorative. There's the mining center over there. So this is all flooded in quite well. Oops, I fell. Okay, well, I guess I'm going down here then. We'll see if we can find our way back up again via jetpack. Maybe there was a cave entrance down below that goes up into that biodome. I doubt it, though. But I think I want to go back this way anyway. Oh, here's the way that I went around. So, we're back on track. But there's this lake down here that I can just choose somewhere to put down the water collector, the life collector. And hopefully we get type C. Genetic extractor. Okay, so now we're getting close to the animals track. Okay, we can put the collector down here, just... It's something. It'll still say A, regardless. Okay, this is probably the most annoying place I could have put that. Never mind, let's move it around. Before it actually collects anything. Let's quickly deconstruct it and move it over here. It's going to be a long way to go to get to it, is the problem. Somewhere around here. Okay, so it'll be easily accessible from this whole bit. If I could, I would put a teleporter down and then get the materials for another one. I guess I actually could do that, but... It's also just as likely I'll forget about it entirely and never return. But now I think it's about time that we tackle the main base. You are opening, so I don't know whether or not you are always accessible or if there's some bar that I've already met. Okay, more things. Let's put down our teleporter right here then. And take even more things back. Some more pulsar quartz. Animals multiplier fuse. Now that's an interesting one to get. Very interesting. Okay, we can't fit everything in. Oh, I come back from a short break. It's blue, and I just heard an explosion. Osmium asteroids? I need to clear my inventory. They're not going to disappear immediately, at least. Whereabouts are they hitting, anyway? Over there. For that one, at least. Okay. Do I see wreckage? Yes, down there. Okay, so we've got some osmium and more... Hey! Hello? Where did you come from? It seems I built on your spawning location. What the hey? Hello? Well, we have animals now. We hit the 1 TTI and all of a sudden... Bam, animals. We haven't had to do anything ourselves. They just appeared. Okay. That feels slightly broken. I feel I should have to have done at least something. It progressed some sort of bit along the track, but nope. We just have animals now, and they are freaking adorable. Okay. Well, cool. There's usually 5, and I think I've petted all 5. Alright, well, we've got some generic traits. I guess we're getting started on that now. Animal multiplier fuse as well. But we can't multiply the ones that are already there, obviously. So yeah, animal fuse can go in here. Nothing says that the optimizer has to be only one thing. It does say it only does 8 machines. So if it's doing all of these 8 machines, is it 8 machines per fuse, or is it just it targets 8 machines and that's it? Are these being boosted? Yes? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. So that is working. Obviously without detracting from the power, because otherwise everything would have ground to a halt. So it's 8 per fuse, depending on what you've put in there. Good to know. Now let's go foraging. Because the osmium and sulfur asteroids is the only way that I'm getting more sulfur. Where did you crash down? Oh, wait. Have you two always been here? I've come around here so much. And yet, it seems there was a couple of crates that I completely missed. Well, that's moderately hilarious. Okay. Seems I just hadn't gone that far before. Funny. Okay, so you smashed down up here. Where's your core? And where have you actually dropped anything? You've just made an absolute mess, haven't you? There's some sulfur anyway. Found one. Where's everything else? Normally you drop a bunch, right? Is it all in here? Oh, it's all in here. Funny. That's 3 sulfur. This is a little bit awkward. Here we go. 4 sulfur. And our inventory's full, so we can't pick up the osmium. We need a silicon. We don't have a blueprint thing in here, do we? No. I mean, that's fine. It would only give us 1 more space. If we drop some of these things and then deconstruct that. Blueprint screen. Decode. Oh, there we go. Vehicle, unlimited oxygen. Wow. So very useful to get that at this stage of the game, where I have unlimited oxygen. Just slightly salty, just a little bit. That's stupid. What a stupid time of the game to get unlimited oxygen when I already just breathe everywhere. I guess it means I can just now drive it underwater. So there's that. Which means I could collect more sulfur from the canyons that are flooded. Okay, well, whatever. We got a few sulfur from that, which means we can then make some more fertilizer. So that's handy. So you're ready. 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need more algae, though. Currently, we only have enough for 1. Which is enough for 1 rocket. So there's that. So let's launch that. So that'll take our plant multiplier to an even 10k. Oh, we now have a massive big tree grove up there as well. Nice. Alright, I doubt there's anything new up there because of that, but I appreciate that it exists. Another lot of butterflies there, and then we can put another one down there. And then soon, I mean, we've got the genetic extractor. Not that we have blazar quartz, but soon we'll get the genetic sequencer, and then we can make our own animals. Synthesizer, 52 KT. Okay, so it's a little ways to go in terms of biomass. But our animals are now producing more. Okay, 300% eggs. Oh, we just unlocked Tier 2 butterfly farm. Okay. That's gonna ramp. And yeah, the Alera fish eggs, what do we need for that? Also phytoplankton C and Tier 2 mutagen. That's awkward. I much prefer needing the Tier 3. But first, Tier 1 to Tier 2, it's exactly the same, but with fabric. Hey, guess what we've been making steadily? Also slightly more energy. I should actually check what my energy is like. I've got plenty. Okay, 350. Right. How much fabric do we have? Well, at least 2 more. How many butterfly farms do we have total? We can take a look on our power. Is it an even number? 7. Okay, it's not an even number. Well, that's annoying. Also, I've got an ecosystem. So I get free butterfly larvae and stuff anyway. Even number, but for now, so we've got 2 here, right? So we go there, there, deconstruct. Tier 2 goes from 75 to 875. We put both of them in. There we go. Now they're producing 19,000. Same here, so we've got 750 and 900 is... I can do maths. 1650. 1650. Oh, and it's also, yeah, 30 becomes 45, so technically it becomes more power efficient because we're combining 2 into 1. Tier 2 aquarium, okay. So take out the golden ones and these. And then tier 2 butterfly farm. Gold and orange, very nice. And then we've got some more down there. Let's see what we rolled in here. Blues. That's actually perfect, I think. Because these are oranges. Deconstruct 1. There we go. So they are all now tier 2s instead. Perfect. We could also take the 2 out of our butterfly dome. I probably should, really. Let's see what our ecosystem has given me. Nothing useful. Okay. I was hoping for some butterfly larvae in there. And bees that we can then use later. So we have a bit of a refund on some of these things. I'm leaving myself enough to make 1 more. Because it is such a better use of these larvae to have them in a butterfly farm than it is to have them in the whatchamacallit, dome. Because that's 20 per second insects, and this is 875. What do you guys got? Combination of honey and larvae. These guys love it up here, it seems. I'm happy to provide. Well, that's done a lot of good. Just to help a little bit more on the multiplication side of things. So insects is now 6.1 million per second instead of the however many hundreds of thousands that it used to be. And animals is now 92 grams per second. That's just because we did the fuse, isn't it? We should put down a tier 2 aquarium if we can. We need A, B, and C. So we need to check back and see if we've got C's. If we do, that's great. If we don't, well, we can't make that. But 65 per second is a lot better than 4. Otherwise, we're waiting until we get fish farm, which is there, 5.5 tons of animals. We need to multiply our animals significantly before we can even get to that point. We really need to be able to make just generic frog eggs, but they're all the way down here. Because currently we have no way of actually putting them. There's no collection. That's just one of the downsides to this planet specifically. Alright, let's go back. And fall through the world, apparently. Okay, time to use the unstuck.